But something weird is going on with his eyes. They turn red for a brief second, which distracts him enough to run into Lois Lane. Not that either of them are complaining. Hell, look at her. She don't need that coffee no more. She's already got her Energizer. She talks to Clark about getting the scoop on Superman, but Clark is trying to avoid her going after him at all costs. But that task is made even more easy for him, where they go into their little study room where they get hit by the 3 actual journalists of the Daily Planet. Steve Labard, Cat Grant, and Ronnie Trope, who, coincidentally, is the only one out of these 3 who isn't driven by a trope. Their boss, Mr. White, wants these 3 actual journalists on the Superman scoop, so he authorizes them to take all the information that they gathered on Superman up until this point and take it away from them to use as research for themselves. But instead of using the information to bring her down, it only drives her forward, motivates her to get the scoop on them. And as fate would have it, the news comes on, covering the Intergang escaping from prison with their weird, strange technology. Clark also uses this as an excuse to get Lois's mind away from Superman and onto this new weird gang, as well as helping him out with dealing with them when Superman needs to get involved. Kill several birds with one stone. You know, this might be obvious to some people, but I really got to ask. With the technology of this universe being so advanced that they have the television and the news, as well as holograms of all the different data and sites, why do we still need newspapers? As much as I would hate to admit it, that is actually a very valid question. The show has already showcased that it's not afraid to take artistic liberties and change the story a little bit in order to make the Superman story make more sense to a modern audience. So why still have it at a newspaper company? Why not make it a television studio? Or hell, even a journalist's blog? I know even in modern day newspapers are still a thing, but who really goes out of their way to get the newspaper and goes to newspaper to be a publisher anymore? This detail won't exactly pull me out of the story or anything, but it is something to think about. We later cut back to the Intergang, where they're excited about their new powers, as well as the new super bit of tech that they got. This weird-looking cannon-like thing that when they push a button, it fires a massive ice beam. But it quickly goes out of control and they can't turn it off. So in the end, Roughhouse ends up